turn our focus now to West Bengal. Really, the horror there continues. 20 infants have died at the Malda Medical College over the last 72 hours. 3 babies have died in the last 24 hours alone. The hospital says the babies were all in critical condition when they were brought to the hospital. They were all malnourished and underweight. They've also blamed some of the parents for lack of awareness. Yesterday, Mamta Banerjee, the Chief Minister, also the Health Minister of the state, blasted the media for spreading, in her words, misinformation, and she asked her party workers to not listen to the media. The Chief Minister has reiterated that in the 8 months of Trinamool rule in the state, crib deaths have in fact come down by 2%. The Chief Minister also promising that her government would bring that statistic down by 25%. Let's get the very latest from Priyanka Gupta. Priyanka, this hospital also making similar kind of statements that we've heard from other state-run hospitals in other areas, Kolkata, Bardwan. Same story. The hospital says there's no negligence.
Right, absolutely, Parul, and that's something that we heard today as well when we tried to get a word from the hospital authorities about the rising number of infant deaths. The doctors there said that it's nothing that is uncommon because most of these babies are extremely malnourished. They are grossly underweight and are suffering from severe ailments, mostly cold-related ailments, and they were brought to the hospital, which is this particular hospital, of course, is a referral hospital. So once the babies are brought in, they're really at their last stage, and so do the doctors claim in this particular hospital. The district administration also standing firmly behind the hospital authorities and saying that there is really no case of negligence. Perhaps there could be credence in what they are saying, because most of these babies, like Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee yesterday also said, are born at home and are born at far-flung areas. And by the time the babies who are either born very premature, as most of these babies are, once they are brought to the hospital, it's really too late for the doctors to say to do anything about it. The mothers, of course, are also married off very young. In fact, we met one of the mothers who were brought to the SSKM hospital with her baby. She was barely in her teens. She was 16 or 17 years old, and she lost her baby at the SSKM hospital, and she had to bring her baby from a far-flung district of Howrah. So these are systemic problems that we can see, that we can really locate as far as West Bengal is concerned, that the mothers are really not capable of bearing child at that age, and once the children are born, they're really underweight and contracting genital diseases, and by the time the parents are aware of what's really ailing their babies, it's really too late. So really this is something that the doctors are also claiming. Perhaps there is truth in that, but there's no denying the fact that the hospitals in the state are severely short-staffed. Most of the government hospitals are very, very filthy. The doctors are undertrained. The staff, the nursing staff, they're really not trained to handle serious cases, and that is something that we have seen not just in district hospitals but also in hospitals in Kolkata, government hospitals in Kolkata, which are really, really dirty. So that is something that the problems that really Mamta Banerjee has to look at, not just really shift the blame on the left and the media as far as the infant mortality rate in Bengal is concerned, which is very staggering at this point of time. Parul.
Priyanka, appreciate all of those inputs. Yes, essentially the infant deaths outlined